Hey y'all. Yeah. How y'all doing? Happy birthday to you. If today your birthday, happy birthday to you. Yeah. And happy Easter. Happy Easter. That's what we used to say back in the days. Happy Easter. Hush, Camper. You don't have to sit in here with me. I'm talking to Camper, y'all. He hating already. Ain't even got started. Y'all. Like, share, subscribe to the channel and like, share this video. Yeah. Now, y'all, and welcome to all my funny at the people. You know, they always tell me we acting funny. Y'all make her act funny. Now, look, I've been trying to tell y'all, and y'all listen to me now. Listen with somebody with some sense. All of this is nonsense. What's going on in this case, in this situation? And what's going on is you see people trying to either campaign for themselves or either promote themselves using them boys' names. That's what I see. I don't sit back and I observe. When y'all see me quiet, when I'm not live, trust me, I'm up to something. I'm up to something and I'm watching. These people have taken these kids' name in their situation and turned it into a political situation that even not a political situation. They are trying to campaign in this situation for something they running for. They promoting to get seen and noticed. Because a lot of these folks we ain't never heard of. We ain't never seen them before. We ain't never seen no protest white Americans. We never seen the next generation. We ain't seen that stuff because we ain't been needing it. Okay? Now, protest white American got embarrassed the other day. He got embarrassed. Okay? And his face was so tight, he got embarrassed. Now he called himself trying to have a protest. And the protest failed. Okay? Yes, it did. At his protest, it was more police officers there. Yeah, you were thinking they were having a recruitment for police officers. I know that they got some of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but it's okay. I'm funny acting. You're not gonna never like nothing that I say, okay? Because I'm gonna say what I want to say. Okay? Y'all, this is for educating y'all. This is for commenting. This is for criticism. And this protest should have never happened. For what? Please respect the chat because you don't have to be here. Okay? You can go somewhere else. But at that protest, there were more police officers there and media representation. The media thought that it was going to be a big thing, but it turned out to be a little thing. Okay? It turned out to be, it was no Frisco supporters there because he was campaigning. That's where he was slick campaigning. He did a slick campaign on y'all. Now y'all come on in and get these lights up. Come on in and get the lights up and let's hear some truth, some facts. What's going on in this case. Let's get the truth. Let's get the truth. What's going on? Because y'all ain't been getting the truth. But I've been trying to funny it and grandmama been trying to get y'all the truth. Okay. Was it not one supporter from that Frisco track meet with there? Nobody. It was like more of a recruiting officer, recruiting media fair. Why they are standing up on a bus talking. Now I'm gonna tell you what happened. See, people got y'all looking at Metcalf as a bad person. People had you looking at Anthony Camelo family as bad people. Okay. Now, everyday life we deal with situation like this. Every day in life we deal with situation like this. But guess what? The law. That's why you have local law with him. But guess what? That protest, white American leader was upset and was embarrassed when Jeff Metcalf, they both had exchange. Jeff was upset with him. It led to an angry exchange between the protest organizer, that man who was on top of the bus, and Jeff Metcalf. Yes, it did. See, y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't. Jeff is not who y'all think he is. He's not that kind of person that y'all think he is. And Camelo family is not the kind of people y'all think they are. Jeff don't want no problem like this. This man standing on the bus talking about black and white, just racial, just violence. Don't nobody want to condone it. Now, I was gonna come on last night, y'all, but I decided to drink me some water because what's going on with those young men, the law gonna tell you what happened. That 17-year-old young man was fatally stabbed at that track meet, and wasn't nobody at that protest that the leader called himself having. Okay, nobody never heard of them. Some people heard of him when he was dealing with Trump. Okay, now he's trying to campaign. Now, Camelo, we all know that was charged with that first-degree murder in the stabbing. Okay, y'all, let time plays time out to tell y'all what's gonna happen. Okay. A lot of things that and I'm glad Metcalf said something. I'm glad he said something. Now that Jake Lane, the guy who was out there protesting, he was among the people that backed up President Donald Trump after the January the 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. And Philip Anderson, whose January the 6th case was dismissed. I think his name Philip. I just don't want to. I think that it was two different situations back then. Okay, I can remember some of, but you know how you don't want to remember nothing that you don't have to remember because you over here paying your bills. Well, anyway, January 6th case was dismissed. Stood on top of it. That's who stood on. Philip Anderson stood on top of that bus. Went blah 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 on top of a bus with Trump face on it in a parking lot at that high school, at that stadium where the stabbing taking place with no people out there. Only people out there were like folks who ain't got nothing to do in life. And it was like 4 or 5 of them. And then the rest of them was like police officer in the media. That's where the crowd came from. But he stood right there in the middle of that parking lot where that stabbing happened. And blah, 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 blah. Now, when he got a call, we're going to listen to the call. We're going to listen to Lane. His name, Lane. I'm getting the name, man. Let me get the name. Let me get the man name right, y'all. Jake Lane. Philip is the second one. Okay. And a lot of good people was out there saying racism is not justice due to the process for all. And that is the truth. How in the world did we get racism in? But I don't want to get into that, okay? Jeff, this is what, I really don't want to give it away, but I'm going to tell you. This is what Jeff told Lane. He spoke to him on the phone, y'all. Metcalf spoke to him on the phone. He talked to Lane on the phone from the protests. And see, and what Lane was trying to do with Gaslight Jeff. But Jeff, that older man, that man ain't into this stuff y'all into. He ain't out there trying to do that. He told that Jake Lane, he told Jake, he doesn't condone Jake politicizing Austin killing. And I was so glad that daddy said that, because at the beginning of my content, I was telling y'all, I see the same thing his daddy see within the people. People protesting, not protesting, but campaigning and promoting off those kids, these 2 boys' names, Austin and Kamala. These people have misused these young people for what they want them for. And I am so glad Jeff told that man that. He got on that phone when and told Lane that he do not condone what he's doing. And he didn't, and using his son's name and his situation that way. See, I remember when Jeff forgave the family. I remember when Jeff said he wanted to become awareness so it won't happen. That's some positive stuff. Nobody want to hear it but me and you. Now, I appreciate Jeff getting on that phone and telling Jake Lane he doesn't condone him politicizing Austin killing. Now, you're trying. I'll be back, Renee. Hey, Renee, how you doing, baby? He said, this is what you said, that Metcalf Jake protest was supposed to. It don't, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was. There's no excuse. Let's not do that. I ain't talking about all that. I'm talking about what the dad said. I'm talking about what the dad said. I don't care if he have it over in another parking lot. That dad do not condone. That man who lost his own son do not condone what's going on under his son's name. And I'm glad that he's saying this to these people. These people have turned this situation to racism, turning to campaign and other political things and promoting. That's all I see what these people doing. And that is so wrong. Now he said, you're trying to create. This is what the father of that child, that I like Mr. Jeff for saying this. Thank you, Mr. Metcalf. If you listen to this, thank you, baby. Thank you for standing up being a man that you are and said what you said. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. Hey, Renee. Yeah, you heard what he said? You heard what he said? That's what Austin father said. That man is doing more divide instead of putting people together. We got to live with each other in this world, but we ain't got to deal with each other in this world. Now, you're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. That what Metcalf said. Now, Lane said Metcalf was weak for not supporting his cause. Then I just tell y'all he ain't doing it out there trying to campaign. Now, how you gonna call that man weak and it's his son? That is so disrespectful. You're going to get upset and call that man weak just because he don't support what you're doing on top of that bus, dividing the people instead of making the people come together. We ain't got to like each other. We ain't got to live around each other, but we got to live around each other. We're going to see each other. We're going to work with each other, but don't divide the people. And I am Jeff. They don't took this case. They don't made you look bad, and they don't make Austin look bad. They don't make Carmelo look bad in this situation right here to what they wanted to be. That man is not weak. Now Jake was so wrong to disrespect Austin's father because he wasn't supporting that cause. He's told him you are creating more. Austin Metcalf, with your weakness, sir. He told the grieving father. How you gonna tell the grieving father that? What is wrong with the devil, y'all? What devil we gonna tell you a lie? No. But I heard something wrong with that. No. I just no, he did. No, he didn't do that. No, he didn't disrespect that man like that. Oh my God. No, he didn't. I just want to know, y'all help me out right here. How are you gonna tell a father not that upset with a father because he don't condone your you put politicizing his own son? How are you gonna tell a father who lost his son, ain't prejudiced or racist, that he's weak because he don't support you? And then how's you gonna tell a father, and it ain't even your son, it's his son, you telling Jeff that he's creating more Austin Metcalf with his weakness? He told a grieving father that, y'all, and he on top of a bus campaigning, running for something, y'all. They have taken these two young men, and I'm gonna stick with what I say. I want justice for both of these boys. Wherever that justice it is, that's it. That's it. Wherever the jury decided, that's it. Ain't nothing can't nobody do about it. Now, for my sake, it hurts me that something like that. But you can't tell a grieving man what to do. Now it's Bruce Carter. He called Metcalf, who tried to get Metcalf at that protest. But he was on that speakerphone. See, y'all got it all twisted. All these people who don't set up here and make this mockery out of think the way they want it to be. Divide the people up. Now, he wasn't coming out there. Jeff wasn't going to waste his time. And you know what? At that press conference, I believe if Jeff had a talk to that man, see, Jeff was in between listening to he said, she said. He thought people who was on his side and for the awareness was on his side. They wasn't. Now, this guy wanted him to come to that protest, but now he put him on the phone speaker. on that speakerphone so he could talk to that man, to Lane, and said that it was inappropriate for him to use his son there for his political agenda. And I just sit here and told y'all, that's all these people doing. They running for stuff. They promoting. This is the time to do this when something happened like this. That man ain't no weak man calling that man out his name. If you don't want to support that man, leave that man alone. Can't nobody tell another woman what to do. Can't nobody tell another man what to do but the judge. Now, at some point, whatever people want to push, they are going to push. That's what Carla told Metcalf. But when you use a person, child, and I don't see any people use these children. When you use a person's child to push whatever you are doing, that's a problem. And I'm glad that dad stood up for his son. I'm glad Austin stood up for his son for the ignorances that is going on in their case. I have to commend him for that. He stood up for his son and told them, you're not going to use my son like that to push what kind of ever issue you have. Long as I didn't live, I never heard of protest white Americans. Long as I live, I never heard of the next generation. I never heard of neither one of these groups. And I'm on, like I told y'all, I'm for the truth. They even put, the protest white Americans, the leader, Jay, even had a photo of Martin Luther King Jr., John F. Kennedy, President Trump, pumping his fist in the air after he was shot at the rally. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus, y'all. I really want to come on here and talk to y'all last night. But y'all, I didn't have for the foolishness, and I just had my grass cut. It's so much need to be done in this house. Nice stuff. You want to make anything these people can be doing, y'all. Go fishing, go somewhere, go enjoy life. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all see this video, even though you may see the video before. Y'all would have seen it with me yesterday. I know y'all was saying, y'all said, wonder where Lanita at? What funny at the Lanita at? She started to come on, then she didn't. I said, I'm gonna wait on my people. I'm gonna give these people the time to sit their butt down and bring their blood pressure and put it in the place where it's supposed to be. All these people that agree with a lot of people don't want to be seen on TV, y'all. A lot of people don't want to be seen on camera. You got a job. When you start messing with people's job and messing with their money, you don't step in their boundary. This is how they feed a family. You had a young man. My thing is, if you know that protest is not for you, then you don't like it, then you don't have to be there. You don't like it, you don't have to be there. But I want to tell Jeff, thank you for being a man, and tell them folks stop politicizing your son, Jeff, and promoting your son. And with them two boys, these folk been making some money off of them. Y'all hear me? These people don't got paid off of them. They don't got paid off of this. So we're gonna just I'm gonna show y'all two videos. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't think y'all wasn't on my mind. But these babies right here is who I stand for. I stand for children. I want justice when they right. I want justice when they want wrong. I want the truth to come out of this situation. And I want peace to come out of this situation. And if that boy have to go to jail behind this right here, we need to do something to build. You need to do something to build whatever going on in Frisco. Not go somewhere and negative. They need to lock them negative folks up. Tired of them. I'm so tired of them, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all this video. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I need to get in my car and see, can I find an Easter egg hunt? Yeah. So I like to see children and find Easter eggs, y'all. That what I want to see that. I want to see the kids enjoy Easter. I like stuff like that. Let me see. Hold on. Let me move this out of the way. What I want to see, I want to see some Easter egg hunting. I may get in my car and go out into this park. Sometimes I get in my car on a beautiful day like this and go out to the park and just sit y'all in your little up on a tree. Pretty wind blowing, and just relax. Ain't no fussing on here, no woo. Ooh, Lord, honey. Be to myself. Okay, y'all, hold on. I'm trying to pull this up. I'm gonna put my boards up there. Austin and Camelo. Let me put them up here before I show y'all the video. There they go. There my boy. There my boy go. There I'm right there, my boy. Okay, who don't like him? I like him. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to pull this up for you. Now, the first video we're going to look at is Lane up there, Chantel, talking about son. That Jeff didn't even like what he was talking about. It's bad when you're using this man's son for what he needs him for. On top of a darn cotton picking bus. Standing on top of a bus. For what? He ain't have but 4 people out there. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go.
Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice can be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you've chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the session. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that? Say with that. Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. You are part of the problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide and bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any. That's called white guilt. No, let it go. My son, let me finish. I give you
Metcalf embarrassed your ass. Metcalf embarrassed you. Metcalf said, take my son's name off your bus. Take my son's name off your bus right now. Thank you, Metcalf. Now, you heard from the daddy mouth. Now, go on by your business, because he ain't doing it. Go on, Metcalf. I said, take my son's name off your bus. It's a little something that happened out there at that particular rally. But it didn't happen with the people of color. It happened to some more people of their same kind. A lot of people not with this, y'all. But this is what happened at that little protest, that little rally they had.
Assault over here. First arrest. We have an assault over here. Yes. Yes. Someone, please remember. She got assaulted. I got it on video. The counter protest was not good. She got assaulted. She got assaulted on
video. That man, but it wasn't a black lady who did it. It was a white woman did that to another man of her color. So what y'all gonna protest on that about? Y'all need to cut it out. The police pushed him. Oh, Lord. The police ain't playing with y'all. They tired of y'all foolishness. Lock him up. Lock the one up in the grave. Y'all better leave them police alone. They work all week. Police is a late family. The kid. Taking them fishing. Now, I did, come on now. He's a young person right here. I'm talking about this one right here. everybody wanted to be on. So now you do this and do that. Yeah, that social media really make people clown. They really want that attention. Now watch you see him on his own podcast talking about what he shouldn't. This wasn't even necessary.
Why would you come like this is a joke? Carmelo Anthony, one of the greatest scorers of his generation. That's lower than the lowest filth I've ever seen. Can you please ask God to enter your heart right now? I know
He said this is.
He wants to know you.
He said this is the lowest filth.
Jesus Christ can save you, right?
Oh, how much, Lord. Y'all, please stop putting Jesus in stuff. Please stop putting my, oh, Lord, have mercy. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Start campaigning, start promoting, and start putting Christ in this. Because he's sitting there looking down on all of y'all. No, that ain't got nothing to do with him.
Energy is pervading your heart. Just lift your hand up and say, God, forgive me of my sin. Forgive me my sin. Jesus Christ, enter my heart. Jesus Christ, enter my heart. And I will take this jersey off right now, Lord. And I will celebrate the 3-time gold medalist. I will take this Carmelo Anthony. Right now, in the name of Jesus. I will take this jersey off right now in the name of Jesus. You're not a prophet. You're not a prophet. You're not a God. The super chat and demand upon the judge to revoke his bail. Do you want that murder in your neighborhood? Do you want that man punched? I can't stress this enough. I'm from New York. I like Carmelo Anthony. I don't get it. Play stupid, bro. What am I doing? You're playing stupid. Yeah, you are. You know what you're doing? I like Melo. Yo, get this guy out of here, bro. First, that's the big jokes about death every now and then. When I saw the woman.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. These folks ain't got nothing else to do. I just can't believe they ain't got nothing else to do. They ain't got nothing else to do. But they ain't got nothing else to do. But I sure want to say this. I appreciate what Jeff got on the phone and told him. Jeff got on that phone and told him. Now, I didn't see the part about him going into that stadium like that. Now, if he went in that stadium, he was wrong for going in that stadium doing it, invading privacy. If he got in it, because they locked those fence up like that. I didn't want y'all to go on out there and y'all used to have a great day. I cook me. I'm singing by myself. My 2 dogs, and get what we ate. I made me a little something to eat, y'all, and this little stomach full. Y'all go out, enjoy the rest of your day, and if you don't want to talk about something today, tell them you don't want to hear about it today, because you can do that. I love y'all. I'll be back later, probably later on tonight. All depends. But one thing about if I'm not here, trust me, I don't upload something for y'all, okay? I ain't gonna leave y'all hanging like that. I did upload something for y'all to watch. Even if it's in my short video. Stop the foolishness, y'all. And stop using this man. Stop using. Please do that for me and for the Metcalf and Anthony family. Please stop using these boys' names to get paid. That's all I've been saying. Please stop doing them young boys like that. I'm out of here.